Hey there, and welcome to the Bold Badass Business Show. I'm Dr. Barnsley Brown, your host, and you all, today we are in for a treat. I was invited to this I was introduced to this very miraculous woman, Mary Gooden, by a dear mutual friend, Jules Vitality, who also is a Bold Badass sponsor. Shout out to Jules. You all must go into the Freebie Vault and take advantage of all her goodies. She is an expert social media person. Plus, she's all into wellness, and she is a personality with quite a presence online and also a magazine. Oh my gosh, you got to know Jules. Mary was introduced to me by Jules, and I also got to hear Mary present, and I knew immediately that I needed her on the show for you all listening. She has been in business for the longest time. She's the founder of Divine Destiny Mentoring and Publishing and Retreats, and she helps people create brand-based books in 90 days. Wow, Mary.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
I know. What a purpose, what a mission, what a passion it has been of mine to really see others embody their voice and share their wisdom.
Absolutely. Just as you do every day of your life. So
Yes.
everybody, let's just join together. My studio audience listeners, the studio audience is the 3 rescue dogs and 2 cats. We're going to join together now to welcome Mary Gooden to the show. Meow, meow, meow.
So fun. Oh, you are just tapping on my heartstrings. I love it. Let it be fun.
Let it be fun. You know what? Yes. And have you noticed, Mary? I mean, let's start with the word fun, because did you know, think about this, everybody. The word fun is in the word fund. Now, if you want to fund your business, you need to fund it too, don't you?
Mm, you're so fun. I'm writing a book. We're talking about fun. I'm finishing up my book that's launching next month. Let it be easy, let it be fun. And it's all about funding your most extraordinary life and business. I mean, this is who we be, for heaven's sakes.
I love that. And this is coming out, your new book is
Brilliant.
coming out when, Mary?
Next month. I've got some dates in my intentional space, but it's definitely in November, and there's been some fun little angel numbers that want to play along, so that might give you a clue. But the ebook is going to release shortly on pre-sale, and then we're just going to have another tangible piece of property. So I've wrote one book I've got, and I think there might be some information that you get a gift on that or something if you go into the vault. But I wrote a book on 33 abundant affirmations. These are affirmations that I used over a decade to really start creating this extraordinary life and business, to create my own reality, and to use, this is the best part, the juiciest part, is we get to use every single experience that God has gifted us to take our best step forward. And that really is how I stand for humanity, is to support soul-inspired entrepreneurs with growing their visibility, growing their brand, growing their impact through authenticity, through speaking and writing from the deepest level of who you be. And this is where the funds come from.
The funds. So really, I was just getting an intuitive hit with the fund thing, but we need to fund our businesses. We fill them with fun. We fill them with our passion. We fill them with what we truly care about, and that makes a difference in the world. And what can be better than that? You know, what can be better than that? Now, I know, Mary, that today you're going to share with us 3 non-negotiable daily practices that can help all the listeners. Hey, listeners, help all the listeners have a luxurious life, enjoy a luxurious life. And I want us to get into that. And I love that you got a release coming out of a new book, and I'm guessing 11/11, 11/11,
Maybe,
11/11.
baby.
Got those angel numbers, 11/11, master numbers in Egyptian numerology. Hey, you can't go wrong with 11/11. So tell us, what is this first non-negotiable that
Mhm.
you would say must be a part of every person's life if they want to lead a luxurious, opulent, abundant life?
Oh my gosh, when you say the word luxurious, first and foremost, I feel it in my body.
Mm,
And it's all because of these practices. I feel it in my body. It brings more joy to my presence. And then it's like fueling my fire. That word
mhm,
fuels my fire.
mhm,
And my number one, it's daily connection. It's actually connecting. Stop, pause. And if you want to call it, I'll call a spade a spade. It's a me first movement.
mm,
Who am I today? Show me the way today. What is mine to share? It's the first part of my day. It's not what do I have to do? Who needs me? It's none of that bullshit
mm,
anymore. And it
mm,
was. I have 25 years of executive leadership. I call it serving someone else's dream. The VP of somebody else's retirement fund. So I know where I'm coming from. And and we all start somewhere. And thank you. Thank you for the gift of that experience. It showed me so much of who I can be for myself, for
mm,
society, for humanity. That I could devote myself to something that meant so much to someone else. And that if I just did that for my own passion, my own purpose, my own individual code that I was born to bring, imagine what that is doing for the world.
mm.
That's luxurious for me. So I
Okay, you
think
get the dancing creature. Woo! It's the dancing creature. I just got this creature, and the creature is dancing. I have not named her. She needs a name, but the creature is dancing because what you're talking about is mic drop. I put it up. It's a true genius, y'all. I hope you heard that. Stop walking the dog. Make them sit. Make them lay down and think about this. This is the me first movement, because if we don't fill up our own well, if we don't fill up, you've heard the oxygen mask, put your own oxygen mask on first, blah, blah, blah. But it's way more than that. If we don't nurture and nourish and replenish our own dream, how could we ever expect to bring that dream to someone else?
It's so true. How could we ever expect ourselves to bring that to someone else if we don't know how to do it for ourselves?
Yeah.
And this PS, I'm just going to throw this in. When this me first movement really, you embody it like I do with the word luxury, like, oh, I feel it. Everything around you is going to shift. Everything around you is going to start showing you more support of who you be. And it's going to teach them, it's going to show them. So I exemplify this for my two young adult daughters. I have two daughters in this miraculous world that are subject to
How old are
all
your
the
daughters, Mary? How old are they?
they're 18 and 21. So
Oh, girlfriend, I've got an almost 18-year-old.
I am in it. I am in the
Yes,
very presence of all of life, all dimensions, all
yes,
timelines, and all realities. And I
yes.
watch these kids watch me and start exempling, start walking, start speaking. And their life, my daughter, just want to share this. She called me yesterday and she said, Mom, do you know that the universe just credited my car loan $2,000? I don't know how it happened. She said, one day it was this, and today it's this. And she's like, I don't know. And I said, it's exactly the amount that she just bought this. This was her first car. It's exactly the amount that I had called them. She did all her own bargaining, like she did all her own thing. But I feel like they manipulated her a little bit. We're talking about car salesmen. We're talking about how we all try to manipulate life a little bit. And so I just phoned in and I said, look, I see what you did here. And I just want to call you out on it. And I said, you advertised this and you brought her in and you told her, well, it's really this because it has this on it already. And I said, why not just put that on the internet? But what happened later is I didn't hear about it. This was in May. She called me yesterday. They credited me $2,000.
Hmm. Beautiful. See, the universe does respond. And I'm a firm believer that all the more that we give, right? But we give from a place of wanting to give and from a place of abundance, not from a place of, oh God, if I don't give, I won't get anything, you know? So I just got off the podcasters cruise, Mary, which you need to be on next year.
I'm not
Yeah.
a cruiser. I have to say this out loud to all the listeners and to you, Dr. Barnsley, and to Krista, and to, all these amazing people that are on the
You're
podcast.
not a cruiser. We'll just drag
I
you behind the
love
water
you. Can
wings,
you
honey.
well, I did go to the podcasting event or at the beginning of the year in Orlando. So what was that? Podfest? So, because it was on land.
Yes.
I'm not a cruiser.
Oh, but you and I both do Reiki, and I have to tell you, okay, I want to convert you because when you are on the water, the energy, all the intuitive energy, all the healing energy is all amplified. We'll just talk about this. We will, you and me. But
Well, I do have a place in New Orleans, just to be fair. And so 3 sides of me are surrounded by water.
nice. Okay, I'm coming to visit. Mary, I'm coming to visit. New Orleans,
Yes.
I've always wanted to go.
Yes.
And in fact, I was on my way there to celebrate my birthday when we got into lockdown. My daughter and I were going. We had this gorgeous suite downtown. We were going to have such a ball. And it was literally one shutdown happened the middle of March, and we were planning to go 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen. It's absolutely going to happen. I love the energy of New Orleans. So we'll have to talk about that too.
So yeah.
So the first thing I'm hearing from you, to get back to it, and welcome, Drusilla, you get a shout out. Thank you for commenting. When people comment, when y'all comment, which, don't be an internet voyeur, that's creepy. Just comment and we'll shout you out. We're so glad you're here. Especially when you make the effort to be here live and hear the guests and support and make, share your ahas. That's why we're here. So glad you're here, Drusilla. And what I'm hearing from you, Mary, is that the first thing is really me first movement, connection to self and to source.
It does make me a better giver when I fill my own cup and I look at what's available for me to share. And I open-heartedly share that instead of trying to share something that I don't have readily available to share. And that is really the nuts and bolts of this. And shout out to Gisela. She is an amazing speaker, an amazing leader. So thanks for being here, Gisela. But yes, it's true. And I understand all the limiting beliefs that surround this Me First movement. I get it. I said this earlier on a call, like I'm real. I pinch myself and I feel it.
I fart, Mary. Who here farts? If you don't have your hands in the air, people, I know your nose is growing. We all fart. We all burp.
So it does something different. And I watch it with my children. That was all I'm saying. Like my daughters have miraculous things happen to them. Because I'm always saying, oh, look how miraculous that was. It's all good. And because I connect with me, I feel that safety, support, and love. I connect with my source, my creator, my divine. And my Me First movement is the first minute of the day.
I love it. It doesn't have to be long.
No, I don't wait till the end of the day. I just get right in it. And
I love it. That's why I do my Reiki every day, Mary, for 32 years since 1992. Before my feet hit the floor, before I run to the bathroom and empty a ye old bladder, I'm doing my Reiki. And that makes me, people are like, I love your energy. I want your energy. Well, y'all, I can't take credit for that. It's accumulated positive life force energy from 32 years of doing Reiki and teaching Reiki in 5 different countries. That's all, y'all.
Woman is charged up. Wait till you hit the 33rd year, Dr. Barnsley.
Oh my God. Me and Jesus.
Yes. I mean, hello.
Yeah.
So I practice a lot of Reiki too. This is where my non-negotiables stem from. And I just recently hosted a phenomenal retreat in Mexico.
Yes.
Reiki and writing.
Cozumel, right?
Was it was in Playa del Carmen, actually. No,
Playa del Carmen, beautiful.
And we did Reiki and writing. It was part of the brand book that I support my clients with, and the Reiki practices.
Mary,
And it
you
was
so inspired me. I just have to tell you, when we had our first conversation, you so inspired me because I have been wanting to incorporate Reiki with other things. I do Reiki for business leaders
mhm.
so that they can deal with all the stress of having your own business, right? And juggle and manage and balance it all. And I have been wanting a writing retreat too. So, you know what's happened? I manifested this for the Podcasters Cruise, a Reiki writing and reigniting retreat on the Sunshine Coast in Canada. Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, how fun! In
Yes.
Canada.
Yes. I'm so
Yes.
excited. And I'm already talking with the person who may organize this. And we've already had long discussions, and it looks like it may happen in February. That may be the time when we do it. Gorgeous retreat center right on the water,
Mm,
looking out over the Pacific Ocean. Oh my lands, could we do better than that?
mm, mm,
Anyway,
mm.
so I loved that you combined the Reiki with writing, because truthfully, Reiki will increase your creativity. It, of course, increases the flow of energy in your body, and it increases the flow of ideas in your mind and your spirit.
Mm, mm. I
Mm.
mean, what's more delicious than that besides maybe, it's pumpkin spice season. Besides that, right?
Pumpkin latte Reiki. I see you doing like pumpkin latte Reiki. Hello, everyone. I'm Mary
Oh.
Gooden, and I'm going to give you some pumpkin latte
Mm.
Reiki.
I'm a little addicted. I'm gonna make pumpkin muffins after we finish.
Ooh, well,
Yeah.
pumpkin is great for the body. I
Uh-huh.
mean, it's filled with so much good stuff.
Yes.
Never throw that pumpkin away, you all. Take it and make it into soup. Give it to the deer. I like to I pull the seeds out and,
Toast
roast
'em.
them up with some
Yes.
sea salt. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh, Dr. Barnsley and I would live well together.
We would. We'd eat pumpkin. We'd have pumpkin soup, pumpkin souffle, pumpkin lattes, pumpkin this and pumpkin that. My mother made a pumpkin soup, Mary,
Oh,
that had a
mhm.
tiny bit of sherry in it, and the combination was amazing. Anyway,
Oh,
y'all, we're getting on a tangent, but
yeah,
sometimes
here
we
we
do
are.
that. We're living luxury. Guess what? The senses, when you live a luxurious life, your senses are alive.
This is true, and this time, and we're spending this conversations putting these sensations, these vibrations out into the world, into the earth, into the
Yes,
consciousness. Our businesses, our lives, mine and Dr. Barnsley's, expanding.
they are
With a
expanding.
second.
I've got chili bumps. I've got the God
Right,
bumps
by
right
the
now.
second. This is
Woo!
how this is
Sorry, y'all. I
more
got to
than
stand up
just
and dance.
right, but it's more than that. Well, that leads us to number 2.
Number
Stand
two,
up and dance. My
get
number
up
2
and dance.
non-negotiable is movement. After I
Mm.
do all this connection and I maybe push some affirmations in there, which is my first book, I throw a few affirmation energies into my system. I get up and I move. I go for a jog. Maybe I lift some weights. Maybe I do a little dancing. Maybe some days I'm a little tired and I just do 5 really expansive breaths. Anything to move the flow of my energy after I have received my download for the morning.
You
I
know what I
move
love
the
to do?
stagnant energy.
I love that, Mary, and I love to do, like, crazy eights with my
I do
hips.
it with my hips.
I do them with my hips because those of you who do healing work, the 8 is very powerful to actually seal in healing energy. And so
Mhm.
you can draw 8s on yourself, like we can draw it on y'all now, or you can do them, like, with your
I do
hips.
that with when people are having some emotional experiences. I have them do that over their sacral chakra,
Mhm.
starting beneath the belly button and just creating that infinity sign, that balance, that nourishment. So again, Dr. Barnsley, you and I, we're
We
like
are just
2 peas in a pod.
synchronicity. I love this. Now, you all have to know we did not talk about, or she did not tell me what her non negotiables are. In fact, on the Bold Badass Business Show, I'm always like, don't give me any questions. I'm going to ask you where we go. I'm going to ask you what I feel led to ask you. And isn't that perfect? We went right into the movement. It's like when we get so much joy and we get filled up in our lives, the worst thing to do is to shut it down and constrict the energy and breathe like shallow.
Mhm. And
We
one
got to
thing they
move.
say that you could just think of yourself in this way. If you've just now connected, and a lot of times during a daily connection, you're going to get some new ideas and hopefully some really easy and fun ones, because that's my next book. Like your whole life is idea. It's full of invitations. that if you move your body after that, you are now creating a space for those ideas to land. So just to
Oh, wait,
open my
pause. Say that
heart,
again. When
you
Mhm.
when you get all those claims in, those invitations, or when you connect with yourself, like, show me the way, what's mine to share, and then 1, 2, 3 comes in, this is yours to share today. What you're going to do, if you get up and move, you move stagnant energy, you move the things that don't serve those ideas, and you create a space for those new ideas, for you to embody them, for them to land in you. And this is true. I mean, we are such a magnificent, look, I'm going to be outside of me and inside of me. We're just magnificent. This
Mhm.
body, this whole package, this human experience is such a gift to be alive, right?
Yes.
Because the third thing will be about gratitude and celebration. But what I've learned about that is if I just celebrate every day that I am alive, I am a living, breathing, heart beating human, everything really does, it kind of flows because I'm thinking, well, here I am then. Here I
And
am, this. What do
and
you want from me
love
today?
I love that you're saying, and this is a time for us to embody this, right? To embody it on the planet and to bring it onto the planet. And here's the thing, I really believe we choose what we embody. All
Mhm,
right. And so you might ask yourself, those of you listening, what am I embodying? Are
mhm,
you embodying stress? Are you embodying tension? Are you embodying judgment like constriction? Or are you embodying expansiveness? Are you embodying flow? Are you embodying joy?
mhm.
My daughter's saying bye. Go have fun.
Bye, have fun.
Oh, wait, Zelia, come here, honey. I want you to say hello. Those of you who have never seen my daughter, she's very beautiful and very kind and amazing. Hello. Hello. Come on around.
Hmm.
Puppy wants to be seen too. Just come say hello. This is Zelia. This is my daughter, Zelia.
Hello, beautiful. Mhm.
We're talking about movement. Zelia was a dancer for the longest.
Oh,
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah, she still dances. All right,
Mhm.
honey, be safe. Okay. She still dances, but literally, this kid she danced with the American Dance Festival,
Mhm.
Pilabolus. She got to be in a
Mhm.
summer camp with Pilabolus, the modern dance company, and she danced at Deepak, this
That's
huge
so
performing
fun.
place when she was just like 10, 11.
That's fun. I
Yeah.
had my 2 magnificent little angels are, they were competitive gymnasts. And so I used a lot of my Reiki practices when they would go out in competition. I would throw a couple choku rays in the air, like, here we
Mhm.
are, we're all safe, supported, and loved. Right? We're all bubbled in, we're all protected. It's true, everyone that's listening, audience, we haven't forgotten about you. You are really deeply, safely supported and loved. And as Dr. Barnsley was just really explaining, it's a choice whether you choose to embody that or not. And I have fully embodied that bit. It's one of the affirmations in my affirmation book. It's one of the things I share with people when I talk about daily connection. That inviting that truth, that very truth, I am safe, supported, and loved, into your vibration, into your body, from your own mouth, through your own throat, to your own heart, drop down to the base of your seat.
Mhm.
You embody it just like we've embodied the other things that they taught us. Don't say that. That's not nice. You're not worth it. You're not enough. All these things are the same. It's the
Mhm.
same. So understanding that you get to choose what you embody is huge. So just say it like, I get to choose what I embody.
And I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna push it a little bit, Mary. Let's push it because this is bold, badass business. All right. Some people, we all know that person who walks in the door and we like want to go duck into, if we're a woman, we want to duck into the men's room, like we'll duck into anywhere. Let me run into the men's room and just to get, or whatever. Provided there's a gender neutral one. We want to just get out of the way because that person's scary. Their energy is scary. We all know that experience. So, how about we embody joy? We embody positivity so that when we walk in the room is changed for the better. Changed for the better.
Mhm.
And I love it. I know you get this too, Mary, where people are like, "I just love your energy." And, it
Oh,
really is the accumulation of years and years of spiritual study and practice.
I've heard a lot of things, Dr. Barnsley, and I'm glad you brought that up, because sometimes I don't embrace some of the things I've heard. And again, for the listeners and for all of us, again, like pay attention to what people are saying about you. Just do it, because you might find, and this is what I find with a lot of people. This is why number three is important. So I'll just say number three is celebrating who
Mhm.
you are, celebrate who you're becoming, celebrate. Because in that moment that you celebrate hearing these comments, you're going to deeply embody it, and you actually can celebrate that instead of just disregard it. And when you start doing that, like another one of my favorite little people in the world is Jenny Trask. She
Oh,
is
I love
such a
Jenny.
I'm
She's
going to
been
see
on
her
the show
tomorrow.
too.
Okay, I'm going to see her tomorrow. I'm driving to Houston.
Oh,
I'm gonna
give
be
her a
at home
hug for me.
tonight. Yeah, and then anyway, but now I just lost my train of thought. But one thing we learned when we were at Speakers Camp with her last year at Speakers Playhouse, because I love Kimberly Crow too. I mean,
Yes,
oh
they're
yeah,
amazing
I love you
women.
guys. Mwah. Is I receive that. So when somebody does say something magnificent about you,
Mm,
stop.
say thank you.
Yes. First receive it. Like, I
Yes,
receive that. Then thank you. Like, I
yes.
receive that. Not just thank you, because thank you sometimes we're
It's
still just
sometimes a
rubbing
deflection,
it
isn't it?
out. Like,
Yeah,
literally
take
receive.
it in.
I've been called the creator of time. Yes. How can you bottle that up? In fact, for some of my stages, I created little bottles of joy because I hear it all the time. Can you bottle that shit up? And I want to throw these bottles out. Like, here's a bottle of joy for you. I've bottled it up. But it's really, it's really stopping to also reflect. So you're connecting with yourself, you're moving the body to integrate, to embody,
Mhm,
and then the celebration. What I have found with dozens of my clients really is that they've already achieved some of the goals they're still trying to go after. And it
mhm.
just was the lack of celebrating the fact that, oh my gosh,
I'm
I
there.
achieved this. I accomplished this. This is done. And it holds us back so much so
Mm.
that,
Oh, man,
yeah,
okay, okay. I'm taking this in.
just
Alright,
tasting this.
I'm taking this in. I'm like, you can hear me. It sounds like I'm constipated, but I'm really listening. And you all, that is so true. How often, and especially I'm going to say this as women, those of you who are women, we will deflect it away. And somebody will say, oh my God, I love your sweater. And we'll be, oh, this thing, I bought it at Goodwill 50 years ago.
Mhm.
No, don't tell us that. Just say, you have such great taste.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
When somebody says, I love that you're just free and you're fun, just yes, let's receive it and say thank you without saying it like thank you, like you're crazy.
Mhm.
If we take away from somebody that opportunity to recognize our greatness, we have taken it away from them as well because we only spot it when we've got it.
Mm.
If you've got it, you spot it for good and for work and for bad. So if I see in you this incredible radiant being, it's because I'm also radiant. If I see in you whatever curmudgeon, it's because I'm also a curmudgeon. So you all, let's receive, which is a form of celebration, receiving what other people really do say about us, the people that we love and trust. Let me just put it that way, because there are the haters who
Mhm.
can't stand the fact that we're happy, joyful, free, and abundant.
It's true, but that's why these three practices have completely shifted me into this I'm just grateful to be alive platform. And
Yeah.
I really am. It's like people will say it too. I mean, matchy matchy. Here you are. Here I am. This is what you get. I might be a little more wild in person, some people say, but
I think you're pretty wild, and I definitely am wilder in person, you know?
because now you're feeling me. Some of you might be feeling me, but when you feel me and I'm saying it, it's a whole nother level. But
When
these
you see Mary disco dance, you're not gonna believe it. Oh my god. Me too, like, I'm a disco dancer.
hmm, That's going to be fun, Dr. Barnsley. I just had a visual, which is another great way to activate some of your desires pretty quickly. Close your eyes and see it. Seeing is believing, believing is seeing. It's all one beautiful circular energy of you are worth everything that you desire, my friends, and connecting with that, connecting with you, connecting with your own consciousness and the collective every day, asking what is yours to share, getting really present with yourself. Who can I be today? There's a lot of ways you can ask yourself this, in receiving it, and then moving the energy of your body so it has a place to land. Listen, these practices will quickly put you into the overflow, which could be also disguised as the word overwhelm.
Oh, wait, that is incredible. Okay, okay, this, whoa, 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 whoa. Pause, time out, time out. That the overflow, getting into overflow and like the new things that are becoming and coming into being, right? That can also feel like overwhelm. Okay, tell us more about this, Mary. That's super.
Well, think about asking for all the things that you desire and getting to a place and a level in your practice where the universe is instantaneously responding by an invitation through your email, by a text from a friend, by a big poster sign when you're driving down the road. This shit is really happening.
Yep.
It's really happening when you get into this awareness of unity.
Place. Yeah.
And you can quickly put up a flash that limiting belief of I'm overwhelmed when the universe, God, source, divine, is bringing you every step that leads you to your desire, your next outcome of your business. And we will quickly, what we do, we shut down an overwhelm because we haven't, I like to say, reframe that energy.
I just wrote into the chat, instead of saying I'm overwhelmed, say I'm overflowing.
Boom. That's it.
I'm overflowing.
That's the reframe. And it can feel exciting. Damn it. It should.
Sometimes it's hard to sleep. Like this is what was happening to me on the podcasters cruise. There was so much excitement with the things that were coming out of this that I found myself like, okay, I really need to put away my cell phone. I really need to do a facial. I really need to get in my bed and I need to zone down so I can sleep,
So one good follow-up to that is, I'm living in the overflow.
I'm living in the overflow.
And so then follow that with, here's a nice cup of tea. What's meant for me will not pass me by. And so I don't have to shake and move all the time. Now, I will tell you, as an entrepreneur, as a soul-inspired entrepreneur, there are points in my business, there are months in my business, there's a week in my business. So I've got a little structure around my life flow that I call them sprints.
Yep.
And I just jump in and I get live with you and I'm on fire because I flow like a season, right? And I allow these sprints to happen when these sprints are ready to move through me. No sooner or no later. I don't force a sprint.
But you're open to them.
I'm open to them. I'm open to receive that week of real overflow in action.
Ooh, I just got a big burst of energy on that. And I love that because, I've been thinking so much recently for everybody about how important it is for us right now, especially in this time, around the election, to balance our masculine and our feminine energies. I don't care what party you are. I don't care who you support. We need to balance our masculine and our feminine energies. And everyone has these, the yin and yang, or as Carl Jung put it, the anima and the animus. So we all need to balance that. Like the feminine energy is that nurturing, receptive space. Oh, I'm open to have a burst of energy for my next sprint. And then the masculine energy is the one that sees it and says, oh, hell yeah, let's go. 1, 2, 3, fire. I'm out of here. I'm running like the horse in the Kentucky Derby. Oh, hey, Pansy. Pansy's here. Yay. One of my loyal listeners. Love you, Pansy. Glad you're here. Oh my gosh, Pansy, you got to listen to this. There have been some really big rockets of positive energy coming out today. So make sure you go back and listen to the rest. So we can have this feminine energy that is very much about receiving. And I love what you said, Mary, what's meant for me will not pass me by. And then we have the masculine energy that kind of stands there and says, okay, oh, there's the opening. Let me jump in. Let me go for it. We have to have both, or we will exhaust ourselves, or we will be completely pushy and no fun to be around, right? That's that masculine energy on overdrive,
That's
frenetic.
Dr. Barnsley. And that's how I spent a good 25 years of my life. So I know the difference now.
Yeah, you were in corporate America.
Right. Now that's why I'm writing a book. Let it be easy, let it be fun. I know the difference. So these aren't just words that I've read. These are experiences I have walked through. Literally, my body, and this goes in tune with the Reiki knowings, my body panicked. I was having panic attacks.
Yes.
Because I was chasing something that wasn't meant for me anymore. And my heart chakra was like, great balls of fire, get out of there. And yes, it was scary. And yes, there was excitement. And yes, but my body started to shut down.
Your body was just like, we're gonna blow. The generator's gonna blow. And in terms of your chakra, your energy center, I just want to say that. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the word chakra, it just is Sanskrit word for wheel of energy. And actually the glands in the body, what Western medicine calls the glands in the body, are perfectly aligned with what the ancients called the chakras. It's just different words for the same thing. But the root chakra, which is right where you're, in your pelvic area, where your groin area, how can we say it, your private area, that is all about physical energy and drive. It's very much that masculine energy, let's survive, survival of the fittest, as Darwin would say. And then the feminine energy resides more in the heart energy center. But the thing is, we need to balance our lower energy centers and our higher energy centers if we are going to be sustainable in life and business.
Well, it comes really to this place that I'll use the word because it's in my life, is divinity. It comes to this unified center inside of me, remembering that I am part of all of it, the oneness. And again, this is not, this can easily be like, oh, here we go. But no, here we are in a way different time with a lot of tools that came here, that were created, that were found, that were uncovered to allow us to not ask for peace on earth, but be
and demand it
on earth.
Be and demand.
Be the walking version
yes.
of that which you desire to see in the world.
Oh my God. Okay. I have to say something, Mary. I got to interrupt you. Forgive me. Peace Pilgrim. Those of you who have not heard about Peace Pilgrim, go Google Peace Pilgrim. This woman basically, and there's a great book that she wrote, or a book about her. I don't know, did she write it or was it about her? Anyway, I've read the book, but she walked across the United States. She had nothing with her. She just walked across the United States creating peace and letting people invite her into their homes, letting people invite her to eat, just walked with nothing, just her love and her openness and her desire for there to be peace. How powerful is that?
I mean, my body is just, there's waves.
I know, me too.
Just moving through every ounce of me.
Me too.
This is real. It's real. It's really available to us. And how beautiful. Now, I'm not her, but I love her for that. But over Valentine's Day this year, I was laying on my land in Sedona and just receiving. And the invitation came through. It was right around Valentine's Day, I said that. And it was the invitation to go buy a dozen roses for 12 days, 144 roses, and every day give out a rose to people, give out 12 roses a day. And the first 3 days, I was so shocked at how people were like, no, thank you. People people, I can't
We're
remember.
afraid. They thought it came with strings.
Yeah, they refuse
This
them.
creepy
And
woman, she's gonna
so
want me to do something.
the fourth day, it was fifth day, maybe it was halfway through. I was giving roses out, and then I gave my last two away at lunch, and I sat down to have lunch. And I got to tell that story, like, here I am, and I thank you for receiving it, because I've spent a few days of people just rejecting me. And so thank you. And wouldn't you know, I went to pay my bill 25 minutes later, and the waiter said those people at that table took care of it. And I went over there and I said, now that's not, and I was like, thank you. Because I wanted to go into like, that's not why I'm doing this, right? But just like you said, people willingly, and some people will refuse, but it's definitely an experience that I
It
learned a lot.
doesn't matter because see, here's the thing. We get to be circulators, all right?
Mhm.
There's this wonderful quote I use when I do a networking seminar, right? And it's by Wayne Dyer, and he talks about the best, yes, and I got to see him before he passed. I know, what an incredible man, what an incredible man, Dr. Wayne Dyer. And I was so grateful when I went to this Louise Hay event. She was still alive. I got to meet her, Mary. She was one of my big
Oh,
influences.
Dr. Barnsley.
I know. And I
My
sent her my
friend.
books, and I got a thing from her publicist. I just sent them to her to say, you're in here. You helped me so much. Thank you for your light. She died when she was like, 95, 96. She looked great. She was like this kid up on stage, just she was bouncing her legs. She was so filled with energy. And so was Dr. Wayne Dyer. All right.
Yeah.
And what was
You
I
will buzz. You will definitely buzz when your
gonna
energy's on.
circulate?
Mhm.
Yes. He's like, the best networkers circulate everything they have. And it's really about not owning. We own nothing, you all. Guess what? We own nothing except our love.
Mm.
That's all we own. There is a time when we're all going to put down this body. We're all going to, 100, I like to say 100 out of 100 people will die.
Mhm.
There's a time when we will put down the physical form, and what lives on is our consciousness, our energy. Energy is never lost or gained. It just changes form. That's the law of conservation of mass from physics. So what I love is that the circulation of energy that was begun by these people, Dr. Wayne Dyer, Louise Hay, guess what? They're still mentoring people. This that we're doing, Mary, it's going to mentor people long after you and I have quit these rental cars. This is a rental car, y'all.
Mhm.
Are you driving a Lamborghini or are you driving a jalopy? That's the question.
Oh, fun,
A
fun, fun.
Lamborghini with big thighs.
There you go. Mhm. Mm.
So anyway, what are we embodying? How are we circulating all this energy
Mm.
that we've been given? How are we sharing it? And as you pointed out, Mary, when you gave away these flowers, you didn't give them to get something. But when we give, it's going to come back. And then suddenly you're leaving and somebody's taking care of your meal for you
Mhm.
without saying a word, just
Mhm.
because they were touched
Mhm.
by your love and your generosity and by that connection of that flower.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. It was
beautiful.
fun. It was such a fun
Oh wait,
invitation.
Mary, can we give everybody an assignment? Can we,
Yeah.
other than going into the freebie vault, which you and I have to talk about in a minute, but you all, I have an assignment for you. Okay.
Mm.
And this is directly from what you were talking about, Mary. And guess what? I have done this with my daughter, and it's a lot of fun. We buy flowers. Now, we didn't buy 12 days like you did, but we just buy flowers. And we would go around when she was smaller, and we take them and give them to the neighbors. We just
Mhm.
knock on their door and give them a
Mhm.
flower.
Mhm.
You could make something. Of course, if you make something, some people are going to be like, she probably poisoned it. I'm not going to eat it. So flowers are a good thing because,
Mhm.
they're a good thing.
Yep, flowers are a good thing to share. I even went as far with this fun little invitation. Now, again, I want to reflect the invitation too. These are the fun invitations that I say yes to. And
Yes.
what happens during this time, and this is not why I do it, but what happens during this time is my energy is expanding. I'm expanding. People that have never, people come out of nowhere. Business comes out of nowhere. Abundance comes out of nowhere. all the delicious things come out of nowhere because I'm having fun with the universe. I'm having fun with God. Hey, Mare Bear, go do this. And this is how I know it's for me, because it's the first thing I hear to myself think when I get this invitation is, that sounds fun, or how easy is that?
Yeah. How
I'm gonna,
fun.
that's the name of my
What
next book.
joy.
But that's the thing, that's my cue to know that something is going to be a good part of my time, a good use of my time. And it's going to show others something, because look, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to tell you about it.
Oh
So
my
yeah.
God, Mary, I have to say, when I was on the podcasters cruise, I met this hilarious man. I just loved him. He had his hair spiked up like this. And one night he was getting pictures and I was helping the photographers. I like, okay, sit. Now I want you to, okay, come on. And he loved the pictures. He said they were amazing. I ran into him later and he gave me this gift. He gave me this, he does leather craft. His name is Randy. He's a doctor from New York. He gave me this leather thing with I guess it's pretty big for a shot glass, but maybe a double shot glass. I don't take shots, but it was in the leather thing. I'm going to drink Prosecco out of it though.
It's
It's in this
amazing.
beautiful leather thing. And he said, I just want you to have this thing he had hand carved.
Wow.
And he was just leaving these at different places around the ship anonymously with a thing in it that said, congratulations on finding this handmade leather craft that I did. This is Randy from New York. That's it. So you see these bracelets right here. I love to make bracelets. Okay. And so I've got this thing where I make them and they're just so sparkly and fun. Look,
So
everybody.
sparkly.
Aren't they pretty? I have all different colors, but today it's all red, different shades of red. And what about for me making these? When I wear them, inevitably somebody says, I love that. I can just take it off and give it to them.
Yeah.
How beautiful is that?
Isn't it
So
fun?
this is the assignment, you all. This is your challenge. Now you don't have to make something by hand like Randy did, or make a beaded thing. You don't have to do that. Just go buy a bunch of roses or a bunch of flowers at Trader Joe's or wherever, and go around, or buy a bunch of candy bars that are wrapped up. It's Halloween, right? And go around and just give those to people, but not to kids. Give them to adults
Yes, adults.
and make their day, because children very happily receive whatever you give them. But adults, we're the ones who have trouble receiving.
So I'm gonna get right on that.
Somebody's going to get us.
Go give to the parents that have children. And
Oof.
that way the children can see this receiving, and
Yeah.
that energy can flow through those parents into those kids of even more. But
Beautiful.
that would be good, so that example can come through. How fun is that?
And then the other thing I would say to you is have some fun with this on a business level. Now I'm in business 24 years, but on the first anniversary of my business, guess what I did? I just went and got all these fun little things at the dollar store. They were like these cool glass things, or a little model something, or a little toy. I wrapped them up. And when my clients came in, I let them choose a mystery gift. And it was the birthday of my business, but they got to choose a birthday gift. Everybody loved that. So think about, how can you apply this idea to surprise and delight your loved ones, your family, your friends, the people you go to church with or go to synagogue with, or the people you sit satsang with. How can you do that also to help your neighbors, to inspire and surprise and delight them? And how about your clients? Because that's how we bring in an energy of play and fun and joy into the world.
Love those words. Love those energies.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe how fast that, can you all believe it? What are you taking away? Those of you listening, could you put an aha, share us an aha. What did you hear so far that you said, oh, wow, or you got this zing of energy? I'm always talking about the zing. Where's the zing for you? Pay attention every time you feel the zing. And it may be like, I just felt it in my elbows. It may be a physical feeling, or it may be more of a feeling of like, ooh, inside of you, like, ooh. Pay attention. Pay attention. The universe is speaking to you. God, source, Allah is speaking to you. Pay attention. Do not turn a blind eye. Do not turn a deaf ear to that source that is trying to share something powerful with you.
I love that. I love that we're talking about this. And because that's the number one. That's day one in my book coming in November. Is that cultivating awareness of your thoughts, of your actions, of your life, paying attention to every moment and being present and allowing things to just simply unfold. And that's what these non-negotiables, these are daily practices for me. What started as a 3-minute practice, and it can be just as, it could take you 90 seconds to
Exactly.
just go, number one, show me the way today. What is mine to share? Number two, 3 deep breaths. Number 3, hoorah, I did 1 and 2. Like, it could start that simply.
Yes.
For me now, it's 3 hours. I give
Yeah.
myself 3
Ooh,
hours a
ooh, how
morning.
succulent.
The best
Oh.
part of my day is mine.
All right, Mary. I started waking up when I was on the cruise at like 4:15, and I would go up on the top deck. And this was also when there was a moon in Aries, and I am an Aries. That might surprise y'all, right? Okay. And I would go up, and then I realized, oh, I'm really kind of being called up here. It was my time to just convene, to hang out with spirit, to enjoy nature, Mother Earth, and to enjoy just the energy of the moon. And it was so quiet on the ship. There were a few other people up at that time, but it was such a blessed time. You know, they say that the best time to meditate is between 4 and 5 in the morning, because guess what? Most people are asleep and all the activity's quiet, and we can really tune in. Instead of having everybody kind of crossing wires trying to get to source, we just tune right in and let the information come in. But it was really unusual, Mary, for me, because I am a night owl, not an early riser. And that's what's been happening. Something's been shifting. I don't know
Things
if y'all feel that. Oh, Pansy's like, woot, woot, Aries unite. Of course you're an Aries. Of course you are,
If
Pansy.
there's one thing we can count on, it's change. And
Yes.
any time you can meditate is going to be the best time. Any time that you can just take a moment and breathe in the very truth that you are a living, breathing, heart-beating human, you're going to benefit. It's going to be beneficial for you. So that's my final word, is just that day. If that's all it becomes, if that's all you take away, put your hands on your heart and remember that you are a living, breathing, heart-beating human.
And I put miracle.
Well, that's one of my affirmations when I went back to Sedona last month. It's the first thing I heard. The first morning I walk the land, because every morning I walk the land. I get my clothes on. Sometimes I don't ever go out naked, but I get whatever and I get on the land. And that's what I heard. I am a miracle, and I receive and give miracles in and through me all day, every day. And I
Oh my God, we got to capture
am.
that.
That was my
I am
welcome back
a
to
living,
Sedona.
breathing miracle.
I am a miracle,
Well,
and
I just a living, breathing miracle.
I
And
receive first. I receive and give, because if I don't first have something, I can't
until you
give it.
receive it,
I give it in and through me all day, every day.
in and through me all day, every day. And sometimes instead of that, I'll put things like now and forever.
Now,
So I'm a living, breathing miracle. And Barnsley, it's always good to say your first name aloud. Receive and give miracles in and through me now and forever. Oh my lands, that is so beautiful. I'm putting that right in there. Pansy's like, I love that. Yes, isn't that powerful? And here's what I want to say, you all. I've said it many times. You are the answer to someone's prayer.
Mm.
Someone needs what you will create in your business, or someone needs what you have already created in your business. It's one of the reasons that I am dedicated to helping people soar into 6 figures and more, because that's what it takes to have a sustainable business and to get what you're meant to get out to the world.
Mm-hmm.
There's no time to sit around and hope that it's going to happen. Hoping and waiting are not strategies. You are the answer to somebody's prayer. And they need you now, and they don't even know it.
And
You
I know.
are. And so you cannot sit back. It is irresponsible. It is selfish to sit back and say, well, let me hope I'm going to do this when I'm in my 70s.
I have something, and I know this is the Badass Business Show, but I
Yeah.
imagine a good handful of people that listen to this might have children or family of their own, right?
Yeah. Oh, for
So
sure.
not only in your business should you relate to that, but look at yourself. You're the answer to your child's prayer.
Mhm.
What do you think they prayed for? Use that in your life too. Like you are the answer to somebody's prayer that's in your life. And what is it that they came here? What do they need to see from you? How do they need to see you? They chose you, the real you, not the made up you, not the what is it? Fake it till you make it you. The real you. Your soul aligned dream clients are seeking the real, most authentic version of you.
Mhm.
And this is also why your children chose you. Because
Mhm.
if you're anything like me, my life is my business is my life.
Yep.
My
It's all
life is
integrated.
all inclusive, baby.
Yep.
I'm in divinity. It's all one thing. So that's all. I don't, it was passion. It was like bubbling and bursting from me, Dr. Barnsley.
I love that. I wrote it down. That means a whole lot to me. Let me just say right now, at this very minute, that how are you the answer to your child's prayer means so much to me
Mhm.
for reasons I cannot get into, but it does.
Mhm.
And I just appreciate so much that you said that. I really do. I'm having the tears. I hope y'all can tell. I'm getting the tears. A lot of times I never wear makeup because I know I'm going to laugh, but I'm also going to cry and it's going to, you know, not that I care. Look, I've gotten on with and done Facebook Lives with a whole big gray charcoal facial mask on,
You,
whatever,
you
because
know what crying is, though, Dr. Barnsley, or my belief
yeah.
of crying? Crying is finally coming home.
Mm,
Tears are joy finally coming home,
mm,
especially when we bring our tears to our own eyes. And I've been having that experience a lot when I'm in my passion. It like brings tears to my eyes. And I'm not crying because I'm sad. It's because there's a joy of me hearing myself declare who I am, coming home
I
to
love
my
that.
own life. It's brilliant.
And you know what I say? We can't lie when we cry.
Ooh, this is so true too. Yeah. Yes.
So when I'm in enrollment conversations with people, for example, about going into my mastermind coaching program and really getting to their six-figure and beyond business, a lot of times we hit those hard things and we cry. And
Mhm.
I always say, you know, you can't lie when you cry. This tells you how deeply this is important to you. This is not, as you say, you use the word non-negotiable. This is a non-negotiable. Otherwise, you would not be feeling that intensity of tears.
Mm.
So, you all, what a great, awesome episode. I see some more people have joined us here at the end, but here's the good thing is you can go and you can listen to it over and over and over again on YouTube or on Facebook. Let me tell everybody, I am at 299 subscribers on YouTube, y'all. Okay. Now, let me just say, I've been building up YouTube. I have most of my people listening on Facebook, but my VA and I are really working on YouTube. And so I would like to ask you to kindly share the YouTube channel, everybody, and subscribe. It takes you 5 seconds. There's no cost. And you can go in and just enjoy all the episodes. You can listen to this one over and over again. And I'm going to pop this up, the YouTube address, but help me get way beyond 300, would you? I just want to be I set a crazy goal, Mary, where I thought I was going to hit 1,000 in like a month. YouTube is a long-term game. It's over the long haul. It takes
Mm.
time. So I
Mm.
just want to ask everybody to share that. Help me out. Help me get to 1,000 because when I hit 1,000 on YouTube, guess what? There's all sorts of cool stuff that'll come for you. Let me just say. And today we have the freebie vault. Could I have a drum roll, please? I'm so excited about the freebie vault. I'm one of the few people in podcasting who does the freebie vault. Guess what the freebie vault is, you all? You get to go into https:// bit.ly free from Dr. B.
Mm.
https:// bit.ly free from Dr. B, and that's DRB. I just stuck it into the chat, which will show up at least on Facebook. But those of you who are listening, you just write it down, https://bit.ly/free from Dr. B, DRB. You'll be able to access thousands and thousands of dollars of gifts there. There are checklists, there are ebooks, there are free sessions, there are video courses, and Mary's going to give away something now. So, Mary, what are you contributing to the freebie vault?
Right down. Probably an abundance mini journal, something that you can start taking action on now. A couple of affirmations, words, energies, frequencies that you can use to perhaps create these non-negotiable practices for yourself.
I love that. So you must go into https://bit.ly/free from Dr. B, DRB, and get the Abundance Mini Journal, which Mary is contributing. And I very selfishly want Mary to be a Bold Badass sponsor. So y'all pray that she's going to accept the opportunity. Then she'll be right at the top, by the way. But you find her and go ahead and opt in and get your Abundance Mini Journal. Abundance. I put abundance, but y'all know what we're talking about. Just put the D in. All right. I don't have my glasses on, right? I'm imperfectly perfect, as we all are. So, Mary, thank you so much for being on here. This has been an incredible session. What last word would you like to say to everybody?
What is my let it be easy? Let it be fun. Just let it.
Let it be easy. So you all, Bold Badass Business is all about things being easy in your business, giving up the addiction to struggle that most people in our society have, and letting your divine purpose unfold and come to fruition. Join me next week, 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 p.m. Pacific, on Facebook every week, and bring your friends. And thank you in advance, everyone, for subscribing to the YouTube channel. It is Dr. Barnsley Brown. You just Google Dr. Barnsley Brown once you get into YouTube, and it'll pop right up. Share it, and let's get that channel above 1K so I can bring you more amazing goodies, free stuff. Wow, who likes free? My favorite four-letter word, free. And Mary, we so appreciate you. Thank you for being with us and bringing this joy and this fun. And so excited about your book coming out in November, which is Let It Be Easy, right?
Yep. Let it be easy. Let it be fun.
Let it be fun.
It is unleashing your extraordinary life and business in 21 days.
Love it. Everybody, November, look for that on Amazon. Much love, everybody. It's Dr. Barnsley Brown and Mary Gooden signing off for now. Share this episode. Know that you, even if you don't feel like it, you are a bold badass, or you wouldn't be joining us today.